We're going to walk through how to handle objections over the phone. Lindley, go ahead and take it away.
Okay, awesome. We're going to make this quick, guys. If you guys were at Champs Club this morning, you know, peak emotional state, that's where we want to keep this going. So in regards to phoning urgency for the holidays, I will be sending a doc in the chat, but I want you guys to pay attention to me when I speak. So take notes on this anyways, and then you get the info twice. So as I'm sure you can imagine, holiday weekends are the best time to sell. Holiday weekends, no one is working. Both the husband and wife and spouses are home. No one's working. People are cooking. People are using their knives on the holidays. People are in a good mood, most likely, families together, everything like that. So this is really the best time, as I'm sure you all have experienced. Closing percentage, average order, so much higher when you get to talk to spouses together. And that is exactly when you can do this over the holiday season. So sometimes you'll make calls. They'll say, I'm busy. Oftentimes you get that. When someone says I'm busy, it doesn't necessarily mean they're busy all day. Everyone can find an hour in the day. You guys can find many hours in the day, I'm sure. So even if they are really busy, they can definitely squeeze you in. You just got to make sure that they want to squeeze you into their schedule. You got to sound interesting on the phone. Oftentimes they might say they're busy just because they don't know what's going on that day. And it's just like the safe response to say that they're busy. So just breaking it down, figuring out when exactly they're available, offering specific times like it says in the script, that works great. Also, if someone's busy people are great prospects. It means they have stuff going on, stuff to do, people to talk to. That's a good thing. Someone's not busy. I mean, it means they're not that interesting. They don't have too many contacts, whatever. So oftentimes busy people are the best people to talk to anyways. Now, as you all also learned in training, as you know, handling objections, best time to do that is before they come up. Pop those fear bubbles before they mention anything and get, I don't know what Jacob's putting in the chat. I'm not going to look. You handle the objections before it comes up. I'm going to put a line in the chat. I'm going to read it twice for you guys to hear it first. This is what you say when you're asking for the order on the phone. So when you're asking for Mrs. Jones to book up the demo, so that way you handle the objection in advance. So Mrs. Jones, I'm sure you're really busy this weekend because of Christmas, and you probably have a bajillion things going on, but I really need to do 10 demos by Sunday in order to hit my goal. I'm at a huge contest right now. I need to stay on track. Is there any way you can squeeze me in on Friday at 5 p.m. or would Friday at 7 p.m. be better for you and your spouse? Awesome. Blah, blah, blah. Say she says she has a Christmas party or a Christmas Eve party on Friday. Okay, and what time is the Christmas Eve party? Got it, it's from 10 to 4. Okay, so would be the morning before the party or the evening after the party be better for you? Got it, awesome. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much this really helps me out. Be super grateful, like you should be on the demo. There's a lot of parallels between phone calls and demos. So you want to be exciting, you want to be grateful, of course. And of course, make sure that they know that it's going to be a ton of fun. Let them know it'll be a blast, and make sure I have this in my little doc here too. Just let them know that we have a ton of holiday specials and they'll be getting a deal going on as well. So I'll put those lines in there afterwards. Again, I'll just say that first one in regards to booking up demos first. So Mrs. Jones, I'm sure you're really busy this weekend because of Christmas and Christmas Eve. You probably have a million things going on, but I really need to do 10 demos by Sunday in order to hit my goal. I'm in a huge contest. I need to stay on track. So is there any way you can squeeze me in on Friday at 5, or would Friday at 7 p.m. be better for you and your spouse? Awesome. So you get the objection, I'm busy. Here's another line that is also in the doc. No problem, Mrs. Jones. It seems like a lot of people are busy this weekend. Like I mentioned, I just really need to do 10 demos by Sunday. So is Friday at 5 and 7, is that just a bad day or are those bad times? Got it. Awesome. And then you figure out whatever she says, adjust. You guys are smart. You know how to do that. And if someone says, oh, this weekend is Christmas, this weekend I'm busy, this weekend I have family in town. Yeah, Mrs. Jones, I can definitely call you next week. But like I mentioned, I'm in a giant contest that ends on Sunday, or if you're talking about the push, I'm in a giant contest that ends the beginning of January. And I really need to schedule as many appointments as possible. So is there any way you can squeeze me in before Sunday, or squeeze me in before whatever deadline you give? And in general, just like the key with phoning urgency for the holidays is creating that urgency. If you just ask, like, can you do a demo with me? They'll be like, yeah, of course. Like, how does next week look? That's not what you want. You want to get demos in now. So you got to establish that urgency all throughout the phone call. Last two things. I know I said I was going to make it quick. I know I'm talking fast, but it's all on paper. Last two things that I do to create a really good, I don't know the word for it, show up percentage for my customers that all my demos go through. In general, I'm sure you guys have noticed, maybe you haven't, on cue, you're able to take notes and continue to add to your notes with the customer when you're talking to them. What I do is I personally take notes on every single thing they say in the call. So if they're, and this is not just holiday season, this is all the time. So if they say, you know, like, oh, I actually have a holiday party at this point, or blah, 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 take notes on all of that. There was one point where I was talking to a customer who was like, oh yeah, like, you know, I'm not sure if I'll be available this day. I think my son is going to be proposing to his girlfriend, like whatever. Ended up following up with her like the next day. I was like, oh my gosh, like, did Hunter propose? She's like, yes, of course. She sent this picture of Alicia. Hadn't even met this lady yet, and we were already had rapport via text because I had taken notes on her phone call. And so that's arguably the most important thing for me to add to you guys that's not holiday related. And then the second thing, this one is just fun. I know Maya and I have done this before in role playing. I just like to do this. Whenever someone gives you an email, if it has a number in it, whatever number it is, I always ask about the number. It's a little weird. I don't know where I got it from. It's so much fun. It always starts a story, creates trust, reminds them that I'm not just calling to make a sale and to whatever. I really do want to know them. One time a lady said it was the day she got heart surgery. And so you automatically have fun stories just by asking that. I know, Adra, exactly. That's what I thought when she told me that. It's like, oh, okay. But yeah, so ask about those things as well. In general, again, I'm going to summarize because I know that was a lot of info. When you're phoning today, right now, your goal is to create urgency and make Mrs. Jones want to do a demo with you as soon as possible to help you out towards your goals. You want to be fun, you want to be someone who's excited to talk to, and you want to get that demo in as soon as possible. So I will send this doc in the chat. Y'all better start queuing up, get ready to make some great phone calls, book up your weekend. It's going to be so good. I am going to go ahead and share that doc and make sure to circle whichever note was your favorite. So yeah.
Woo! Let's give Lindley some snaps. Woo! Fired up.